In some close games this year. Late in the season, as we are right now, you're approaching your last couple regular season games. Of course, tournament play is around the corner. Does a game like this help you?
Oh, I mean, every game this year has been close for us. I mean, it's just every game's been a dogfight. I don't think we've had more than one or two 10-point wins. So we're sitting 10-5 right now, and I think it's going to help us come tournament time.
Great. Congratulations again, Coach. I'm going to throw it right back to Randy.
Thank you, Dave. I'm standing by with the Bowling Green State University player of the game from Dublin Jerome. It is Stephen Couchy, the three-year starter who had 15 tonight, averages just over 9. And first of all, congratulations. Was this a survival contest tonight?
Yes, it was. We went up early, and then we kept missing free throws, and it was a struggle to stay in the lead late in the game.
Talk about the free throw line. How much of that is mental?
All of it. We practice so much. We shoot, 20, 30 free throws a day in practice. It's just mental and stepping up and hitting the shot.
As I watch you play the game, the question I have is, do you enjoy scoring more or getting the assists? There you are at 5.4 assists per contest. We'll watch some of the action here. Your penetration, you have ability to glide along the baseline. Which do you like more, scoring or the assists?
I love the assists. I've always been a passer first. I like to pass, then if the shot's there, I'll shoot it.
How difficult is it to throw that no-look pass?
Well, you just have to know where everybody is. Somebody has to be open since I do the double team, so once you find him, you just got to deliver the pass.
Finally, you guys picked up win number 10 tonight, so it looks like you're guaranteed for your first winning season ever for the Celtics. How does that make you feel?
I'm excited about it, and we have a few more games to play, so I think we can come out with a really good record and go into the playoffs strong.
And how about a league title perhaps as well? You're in first place.
Definitely. We have it by a game, so if we win out, we'll win the title, and that'll be another school first.
And finally, what comes after high school for you?
I'm going to Clemson for academics.
And no basketball in your future?
Not at Clemson.
All right. Oh, you can play in the ACC. Come on.
Maybe if I was a little bit taller, by about 10 inches.
All right. What happens after this game? You go home and rest now and get ready for school?
Yep. Go to bed. Wake up tomorrow morning and do it again.
Is your homework done?
Always.
All right. Thanks for lying. No, congratulations, Stephen.
Thank you.
A great performance by this young man, and Stephen Couchy is the Bowling Green State University player of the game from Dublin Jerome. Thanks a lot. Time now to check out the visiting player of the game. Actually, he's the home guy. It's Tommy Waterwash, and he had a great contest in this game. Rejoined now by Dave Sakuti, and you look at some of the action, too, by Tommy, and picked up 16 points, Dave, 10 of those in the second half. And some of his long-range three-pointers were huge to get them back in this contest, but they just couldn't get to the top of the hill.
Well, when you're coming back, it's always tough because you got to take some kind of questionable shots. They hit some big shots. Olentangy Liberty did. There just wasn't enough, but you got to give them credit. Boy, they scrapped, they hustled, they put themselves in a position where it could have went either way. Couchy's free throws made the big difference in this basketball game.
It is stat time now as we check out the numbers after 32 minutes of play. And when you look at the numbers, you look at the free throws, and you look at the struggle for the Celtics. Just 12 of 25. That'll be a point of emphasis this week, I think, too. You look at Liberty, 9 of 10, so they didn't have that many opportunities, but they cashed in. Bench scoring, not a huge factor. Turnovers pretty close. The rebounds, though, again, we talked about the size advantage that Dublin Jerome had, and they showed that on the boards, plus 11 in that category.
Well, overall, I think we had a well-played game for the most part, Randy. I think most importantly, if you look at the number of three-point field goal attempts that Liberty had to take, that tells you something about Jerome's defense, because what they really did was force them into those shots. A lot of them were not the best shots, but as you said earlier, they kept them in the game. Turnovers was pretty good. You'll see the ball movement from Dublin Jerome. I thought they did a good job of going inside out. And, of course, when you got a Timmy Brady on the baseline at 12 feet, it's almost automatic.
Well, you talked about that 1-2 punch with Couchy and Brady and what they can do. But you know what? They share very well. Brady gets it there inside. But you saw Harrell and Harris and the combination of Rosenbaum with his wingspan and Johnson off the bench at 6'8". And then there's Harris inside converting. But when you put that all together, you've got the nice mix that you have. You've got the 8 players that you want. And maybe you've got the combination to do well in the postseason.
Well, as we mentioned during the telecast, Randy, they have bought into the system. Jerome players have. Liberty, again, they stayed in the game with the threes, but you got to give Jerome credit. They were very unselfish. They got into the second half. When it got a little tight, they still took care of each other. That's what you have to do. You have to stay organized. You have to make sure offensively that you're getting good looks at the basket.
Waterwash with the penetration, got the hoop, and Michael then kicking it off baseline. I think Persinger was huge in this game, too. He had a number of threes. They left him open along the baseline. You said they would do that with that zone as Johnson cans that one. But, that was huge, too, to get them back. And sometimes you play to maintain. And I thought maybe Jerome was guilty of that in the fourth quarter. You have to always play to win. They left the door open for the Patriots, and they made it a little too exciting.
Well, I think both teams at this point in the season, they want to play their best basketball as they approach their last couple regular season games and tournament play.
Right.
And I think both coaches have to be pleased in terms of what they got out of it. Olentangy Liberty, Randy didn't come away with the win, but I think they came away with showing their coach, Andy Gass, that they're going to continue to play well the rest of the season.
Can we get you later on this season for a game?
Absolutely, Randy. It's always fun to be with you folks.
Can we get you later on for a game? Or maybe later on today or tomorrow or the next day? More basketball just around the corner right here, all for you on CSN. It's been a great season, and you know what? We have just begun. More basketball coming your way. Look for it. High school, college action. It's all right here in one place. The station that gives you everything that you want. The network that covers hoops like none other in Central Ohio. It is Columbus Sports Network. Our final here tonight in a showdown between OCC teams had Dublin Jerome winning 54-51. You've been watching Columbus Sports Network. This is CSN. We are local sports now.
This has been a presentation of CSN, the Columbus Sports Network.
The Arnold Sports Fest